Namaste. My name is Marissa Segundo, and I am an yoga instructor at Yoga Etc. Studios in St. Petersburg, Florida. Today we're going to practice yoga, a basic beginner yoga class. So find a space in your home where you can maybe shut the doors, turn on some soft music, and really be present for this practice. So we start each yoga practice with the first Yoga Sutra, Hatha Yoga Anushasanam, which means now we begin yoga. Join in if you'd like. Hatha Yoga Anushasanam. And please join me in the sound and vibration of Om. Inhaling to prepare. And just allow that Om to resonate throughout your body. With your hands still at heart center, take a moment to create an intention for your practice, for your life, or just for this moment. Hold that intention in your heart, and then clear it from your mind as you either leave your hands at heart center or draw them along your sides, connecting thumb and forefinger. And just being present, finding yourself in a comfortable seated position, either with your legs crossed, Sukhasana, or just aligning the angles to create the energies and alignment that we find in this seated posture. Lengthening your spine as if you're drawing an invisible string towards the top of your head, up towards the sky, one towards the base of your spine, drawing your energies downward. And just take this time to watch your breath. Notice how it comes in and out naturally without changing it. Allow your facial features to soften, eyes to close gently or to remain focused on one single point or a drishti, focal point. Allow your forehead to relax. Invite your top jaw to separate from your bottom jaw and your tongue to hang loose in your mouth. And just let your day slip away, undistracted, unconcerned, staying with the rhythm of your breath, breathing in through your nose, allowing that air to travel deep into your belly, expanding your belly with air. You even want to place your hand on your belly so you can feel the inhalations expand your belly and exhalations contract your belly. And think about breathing in a three-part breath. So breathing in the very bottom of your lungs, then the mid-lungs, then the upper lungs to fill that air. Pause that for a moment and then allow that air to deflate as if you're deflating a balloon, starting from the top of your lungs, mid-lungs, bottom of your lungs. If we think about our lungs and the motion of our belly, we connect more fully with our breath. So as you find yourself deeper into this yogic breath and finding your rhythm, think about your three-part breath, and maybe it's as simple as counting to 3 as you inhale, pausing, and counting to 3 as you exhale, and then pausing. And all of our days spin by so fast. The thing that we can always control, can always slow down, is our breath. So haven't already, just allow the top jaw to separate from the bottom jaw. And as you're connecting with your breath, allow waves of relaxation to start at the tip of your spine and gently travel down to the base of your spine. Being fully present, and feel how your body changes as you slow down, as you connect fully with your breath. And during this yoga practice, we'll allow our breath to guide our movements, and vice versa. So we have this union of breath and body and soul. And once you feel the waves of relaxation start to calm you and you have this connection with your breath, on your next inhale, go ahead and roll the shoulders back and down, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, allow your chin to travel down toward your chest. Crown of the head falls forward. Feeling the length in the back of the neck. Think about pressing your hands into the floor or your legs, whatever surface your fingers are gently resting on. Just gently press them in there and see how the back of your neck responds to that. On your next inhale, gently elevate the chin back to center. And as you exhale, allow the chin to travel up towards the sky. Crown of the head falls backward. You'll feel this length in the front of the neck. If you want to find a little bit more of that length, you can place the bottom lip over the top lip. As you exhale, gently draw the chin back to center. Inhale to realign. Exhale and allow the right ear to hover over the right shoulder. Feeling length on the left hand side of the neck. If you'd like to place your right hand over the left ear, you can do that. Left hand can be by the side, underneath the thigh, or just pressing gently into the left clavicle. Once again, not pushing, not pulling, just lengthening. On your next inhale, gently remove your hand from the top of your head, drawing your head back to center. As you exhale, allow the left ear to hover over the left shoulder. Repeat whatever motion you did on the opposite side. Just feel the length on the right hand side of the neck. Inhale to release the hand from the top of the head, drawing the head back to center. We can place our hands at heart center. Inhale, the clasped hands above the head. Feel a nice long stretch, but avoid the temptation to kind of jam your shoulders into your ears. Let them be soft and reach up towards the sky. Maybe even find a tiny back bend, thumbs pointed towards the back of the room. And we'll place our palms forward and gently start to round our arms around, taking your time, feeling what's happening in your upper back. The shoulder blades coming together. And then gently drawing the hands to heart center. We'll take our thumb and pointer fingers, connect them for Om Mudra. Then from our heart space, we'll press out Om Mudra out to the world. And then gently open our hands, flexed hands, and draw them out to a T. Inhale, and gently draw the hands back to find Om Mudra right near in front of our heart center. And eventually to Anjali Mudra, or prayer position. Inhale the clasped hands up over the head. This time we're going to release just with the right hand. Inhale tall with the left hand. Then exhale over to the right hand side for a side body stretch. Think about turning the heart up towards the sky, pressing into the earth. Think about pressing into your left hip. So you can really find the length on the left-hand side of the body. For some, it may be easier, or you may feel it more in the right space for you by going down lower. Others, you may want to be up higher so you can feel that. Doesn't really matter. We want to not put a ton of weight on our bottom hand, so we can just really focus on lengthening the side body. Inhale the upper arm all the way up to the sky, followed by the lower arm. And we're just going to be a blade of grass for a moment and just sway from side to side. So kind of leveling out the side body. Inhale and exhale. And then when you find yourself in the center, pause here. Inhale tall, maybe find that little back bend. Exhale, place the left hand towards the earth. Inhale tall with the right hand, and then tip down as you exhale towards the left hand side. Once again, turning the heart space, the heart up towards the sky. Inhale and reach up towards the sky, both hands, and find that waving blade of grass. Just waving in a meadow. Allow your whole mid-body to enjoy this. And then when you're ready, we'll bring our hands back to just a T. So we'll pause at about shoulder height. From shoulder height, we will inhale with the right hand up towards the sky. Left hand kind of just comes behind us, and it can just rest at mid-back. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Bend the right hand down. If you'd like to connect your hands in the back, great for cow face pose. You don't have to. You can just let the lower hand, the lower left hand, just hang at the lower back. So totally up to you. And if this doesn't feel right, you can also take your right hand up and assist the elbow. So the left elbow is aligned basically with parallel to the right. Wherever you're at, we'll unravel, find ourselves back at this T position. Then we'll wrap our arms around in front of us and give ourselves a little bit of a shoulder or back massage. Just decide where you want to be in this space. Maybe you want your arms, or maybe you want to come around and get your neck a little bit. Give yourself a free massage. It should feel good. Decide where you need to focus on your body, what needs that extra attention. And then when you're ready, unravel your beautiful hug. Come back to center. And then we'll inhale up with the left hand. Bring the right hand behind us. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Either connect in the back for cow face pose. Connect one more time. So if you want to connect the fingers, you can do that here. If you feel like you're stressing here, just allow the right hand to hang out at the lower back. And once again, if you would rather, just leave the hand above the head and feel that length. Make sure that the neck isn't stressed or being jammed forward or back, just to be very gently hanging out in the center. And unravel your arms, drawing back to a T. Then give yourself a hug, again on the opposite side. So if you remember which elbow is on top, you want the opposite on top for the opposite side. You may be able to reach a spot that you couldn't on the other side, so keep that in mind. So when you're ready and you feel satisfied, you can unravel that hug and very gently drawing the hands back to heart center. So still remaining on the earth for a moment, we're going to turn to the side of my mat, and we'll place the soles of our feet on the earth, Shoulders roll back and down for a nice long spine. Fingers can be pointed either away from your hips or towards them, whatever's comfortable for you. We're just going to do some very basic windshield wipers and open the hips a little bit. So allow our knees to fall over to the right hand side. Our knees look to the right and our gaze is towards the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the opposite side. Inhale up. Exhale to the opposite side. If you want to add your ankle crossing over for a little bit more, totally up to you. Things may pop, that's okay. Decide the duration that you want to hold this. Connect it with your breath. Think about inhaling when your knees are up and exhaling when they're down. Now when you're ready, last time, coming back to center, and let's roll our shoulders back and down, opening the heart, and actually let's come down a little bit further onto our forearms, greeting the earth. Our head should be loose, so even though we're on our forearms and the soles of the feet are on the earth, we should try to extend the neck from the shoulders, but make sure that it is relaxed so you're not kind of overextending the neck. So we'll do the same windshield wipers on our forearms. See if you can get a little deeper in this. We'll start to get a little bit of core engagement too. Now when you're ready, we'll pause in the center. And we'll roll back down onto our back. So we've lowered ourselves from our forearms now onto the earth. And we'll allow our feet to elevate up to the sky and flex our feet. So we'll start to just make individual ankle circles. And just engaging our feet. And we'll come back down and connect the soles of our feet together in Baddha Konasana, just a very easy hip opener. Supta Baddha Konasana, so we're on the earth. If you like that Om Mudra that we found before, you can actually just place that on your solar plexus chakra. You can even make it more active by pressing your elbows into the earth. Shoulders roll back and down, and you find this alignment that we like to create in yoga. Connecting with your breath. And if you have your hands on the solar plexus chakra, you can feel the belly inflate and deflate, inflating on the inhales, deflating on the exhales. And we'll draw our knees together, lengthen with the left leg, crossing over with the right leg. Just spend a moment here for a moment, opening up the psoas. Should feel good if you have any tension in the lower back. And we'll switch, lengthening with the right foot, crossing over with the left ankle. And also understand that everyone's hips are in different spaces, so if you're not really feeling this you'll feel this in your quad, you'll also probably feel a little bit in the lower back. You may need to elevate your ankle a little bit more in order to feel it. You may have to de-elevate it or move it closer towards your knee So this, depending on your body and the engagement that you are looking for. Alright, so we'll unravel our foot. And using let's come onto the soles of our feet and elevate ourselves back up onto our forearm just for a moment. And let's extend along with the right leg and flex the right ankle. And we'll do this thing where we're just going to press our foot close to the earth but not touch the earth. So our leg is long and extended, and we're just kind of hovering our leg over the earth so we get a little bit of a core engagement. So we're on our forearms, so our neck should be soft. Feel this extending in your legs. And we'll bring that sole of the foot down. Extend it out with the left side. Once again, engaging through the legs, through the hamstrings. You're just kind of hanging here. Should feel good if you're doing running or walking. And we'll place both feet back on the earth and slowly help ourselves up to a long spine. And we'll extend our arms long and elevate both legs, if that feels good, to engage our core for half boat pose. So to create a little bit of heat, we're going to just row our boat, engaging the obliques. If you prefer full boat pose, you'll just extend your legs long. Fine. Full boat pose. If you realize you want to come back to half, you can do that. The main thing is you don't want to round the spine. The second you round the spine, you lose the core engagement of both. So decide where you want to go. We're creating our heat. We're going to lower down onto our feet, swing our legs around, and come onto hands and knees just for a moment so we can find cat and cow. So when you're ready, we're going to have our fingers spread wide apart and active, long spine, shoulders roll, back and down, kind of away from the ears. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, melt the heart forward, draw the shoulder blades together. Last thing that comes up is the crown of the head. Exhale, round the spine, kind of creating a C shape with your spine. Inhale, melt the heart forward, shoulder blades come together for cat pose. Exhale, round the spine. While your head is forward, you may want to shake it from side to side or up and down. Inhale and melt the heart forward. So just do this based on your own breath and what your body needs in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Maybe you want to shake your yoga tail from side to side. Decide what works for you. Then when you feel ready, you can place your hands one hand length in front, one or two hand lengths in front of you. We'll tuck our toes, bend our knees, and elevate our hips. We're going to walk our way to a downward facing dog. Now that we've got a little bit of heat, just going to walk your dog, maybe come onto your tippy toes and on your heels. Understand that everyone's dog is in different spaces. We want to try to make it so we can just drill our fingers on the earth. We're not pressing into our wrists. If you feel like you're pressing into your wrists, think about pressing into your thumb and pointer finger. We're going to shift our weight forward till we're in a plank pose. And we should check and see if your plank is as planky as you imagine. So if you're hanging down here, or you got your butt in the air still, You're not in a plank. We want to find that incline plane that you learned about in math class. And then when you're ready, lower yourself down onto your knees, chest and chin. Inhale for cobra, melting the shoulders away from the ears. Tucking the toes, exhale, downward facing dog again. Spend a moment here, walk your dog out. Shake your head from side to side. Then we'll shift again forward. Up, we gotta lower down onto our knees. And then all the way down into an extended child's pose. When you're in your extended child's pose, maybe you want to spread your knees apart a little bit more so you can connect more fully with the earth. Arms are an extension of our shoulders. And just breathe into your extended child's pose. Your head can rest on the mat, or you can find a block, whatever feels good. From our extended child's pose, we'll once again elevate the hips, tuck the toes, and walk our way back to a downward facing dog. This time from down dog, you can either step or jump your feet in between your hands. And just hang out for a moment in Uttanasana or forward fold. Make sure that you're not overextending your legs, so you can have a little bit of a bent knee here. That'll help you to bring your chest closer to your legs, but you really don't need to hug your legs if your flexibility doesn't honor that. And that's okay. We're still getting an extension in the hamstring. We're getting a nice inversion, which is good for blood flow, circulation. And when you're ready, we'll very slowly start to stack one vertebra onto the next, rolling the shoulders back and down until we find ourselves in Tadasana or mountain pose. Take a moment in Tadasana and just feel your breath, feel this space of going from an inversion to maybe stand up posture. Shoulders roll back and down, bringing all the energy from this class into your hands. So we'll stand towards the front of our mat and place our hands at heart center. We'll inhale our clasped hands above our head. They'll kind of hang out behind us. Adjust the camera a little bit. So we'll place our hands at heart center. Inhale the clasped hands up towards the sky. Find a little back bend. Exhale and swan dive forward. Hands to the legs for a flat back extension. Exhale, hands on either side of the feet. Jumping back with the right foot. Followed by the left. Lowering down on your knees, chest, and chin. Or if you want chaturanga, you can do that. Or you just lower yourself down before you press up into cobra. Tuck in toes. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Jumping forward with the left hip. Followed by the right. Reverse swan dive up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale the clasped hands all the way up, little back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to the legs, flat back extension. Exhale, hands on either side of the feet. Jumping back with the left foot. The right foot, sorry. Followed by the left. Reverse, or lowering down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Jumping forward to the right foot. Followed by the left. Reverse swan dive. Excellent. This is our first sun salutation. We'll do this again with just a little bit of a modification. Inhale to clasp hands up to the sky, little back bend. Exhale and swan dive forward. Hands to the legs, flat back extension. Exhale, hands on either side of the feet, jumping back to the right foot, followed by the left. Lowering down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale for cobra. Tucking the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to elevate up with our back right leg to find a three-legged dog. So they should be kind of parallel. Your knee should be facing the same direction as the opposite knee that's on the ground. Then if you'd like, you can bend the upper knee and allow the right foot to fall towards the left-hand side. We'll take this upper knee and we'll swing it down towards the right wrist. So we find ourselves in pigeon. And this should feel good. We're gonna, rather than reclining our pigeon, we're just gonna stay up with a long spine. A lot of times in yoga classes we'll come down and recline our pigeon, but for now, since we've created quite a bit of heat, or a little bit of heat, we're just gonna hang out in the normal, unreclined pigeon. If you work king pigeon into your practice, you can do that here. Or half king pigeon with your grabbing your back leg. I'm not going to talk you through that because I'm not in a yoga class and I can't see if you're hurting yourself. So adjust your body and choose the postures that you're comfortable with. So just pausing in pigeon, breathing into this, feeling the extension in our lower body. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that back left toes, tuck them under, then we'll guide our knee all the way back up to the sky, lengthening our left leg, right leg. Then we're just going to walk out our dog. So just walk your dog, maybe shake your head from side to side. And we'll extend back with the left leg. Maybe you're doing some ankle circles. So I'm going to make sure they're parallel. I just noticed I was trying to open my legs, so be mindful of that. And then when you're ready, if you want to bend the knee over, let it fall to the opposite side. Then you can guide your left knee in towards the left wrist to find pigeon on the opposite side. Remember, we're trying to be a tall pigeon. Shoulder blades come together, open heart. You can also play with your balance a little bit. You want to draw the hands to heart center. See if you can find a seated balance. So check in with your lower back and what it's telling you. Connecting with your breath. And when you're ready, we'll tuck that back toe, the back right. Set the toes, drawing the left leg all the way up to the sky, and then placing it back on the earth for downward facing dog. Maybe shake your head from side to side again. And when you're ready, we'll jump forward at the left foot, followed by the right. Reverse swan dive, up to the sky. Exhale, and hands to heart center. Maybe bring our hands back to find Tadasana and just pause in this space for Tadasana to feel the alignment. I recognize that you can't see my face right now, and that's okay. So we make sure that in Tadasana we have our hips aligned with our shoulders, shoulders aligned with the hips and the ankles. And then we just draw that energy out of our fingertips. Then from here, we'll shift our weight to the right hand side. So we'll spread our toes, creating roots for a tree. We'll draw our left foot, either left ankle right above the right ankle, or left heel right above the right ankle. Shoulders roll back and down. You want to find a balance point on the earth in front of you, or directly in front of you, or on the ceiling. Something that can be your drishti or focus point. Hands can come to heart center. Think about that same alignment we're trying to create through the class. The important part is that your knee comes out to the side while you can still maintain that alignment. So even if you don't remove your foot from the earth, you're still creating form and balance. Also, take care not to overextend your lower leg. If you want to elevate that up towards your calf, you can do that, as long as it's not on your knee. You can also place it right above your knee, or if it feels good to you, to place your foot kind of in this space. There we are. Whatever works for you. There's no perfect place. You can see there's even wavering trees, and that's okay. Whenever you're ready, find the same mindfulness that you came up with on the way down. Just walk out your feet. Maybe try the same thing on the opposite side, wherever you decide to be, whether it's at your ankle, calf, above the knee, or tucked right here. Right? Kind of in that hip space, if that feels good for you. Either leave your hands at heart center, you can grow your branches, whatever feels good for the tree you're making today and the foundation for your yoga practice. Whenever you feel ready, coming out of your tree pose with just that same slow and mindful space. Connect with your breath. And we'll come to the edge of our mat. Placing your hands at heart center. We'll inhale to clasp hands up. We'll circle our arms behind us and bend our knees and find ourselves in a chair pose. See if you can extend your spine. Tuck the tailbone just a slight bit. Make sure you can still lift your toes. And we'll circle our arms around us. Find ourselves in a squat. Maybe you want to hop your feet apart so you can really connect with your squat. Sometimes you find that your squat is up here, and that's okay. By separating your feet a little bit, you'll find yourself closer to the earth. So nice long spine, and lengthen our arms out in front of us, and connect with the earth. So connecting with the earth, we'll lengthen our left leg long in front of us again. Crossing over with the right ankle. And just lengthen the spine. Draw our gaze to our pinky toe. Maybe you want to even just walk your hands forward a little with a nice long spine. You should feel this in your lower back. Maybe you want to round the spine and grab for the toes. That's okay too. Allow your head to hang forward. And walk our hands in towards the body. And if it feels good to cross the right, so the sole of the right foot is on the opposite side of the left foot, you can do that. So you have a nice long spine. Then we'll take the left arm, lengthen it out to the side, and we'll just do a bear hug on our bent right knee for a twist. So if this feels good, you can do this. Turn this to the opposite side so you can see. So it's just a closed seated twist. Gaze is over the back shoulder. And we'll release our seated twist. Just drop, kind of guide the knee down so you find that same kind of triangle shape with your right leg. And just simply pause. When you're ready, we'll lengthen, unraveling the right leg, maybe bounce out the knees a little bit. We'll do the same thing with the left leg. So crossing the left ankle over the long right leg. So either the upper thigh or kind of closer to the knee, not directly on the knee. Flexing the right foot. And just pausing here, lengthening the spine, feeling the opening of the lower body. Hold that for however long your body is telling you to hold that for. Switch this to the opposite side. So we cross to the sole of the left foot is now greeting the mat. We're going to extend long with the right hand and just do a big hug around the bent left knee. Gazes over the back left shoulder. Closed seated twist. And when you're ready, we'll unravel this twist. Gently guide the knee back to that same position where we've got a triangle shape. Holding this for a couple breaths before we lengthen the legs long in front of us. And we'll extend our arms long in front of us, palms up towards the ceiling. We're just going to use our core with long legs in front of us, connecting with the mat, and just lower ourselves onto the earth as slowly and as mindfully as possible to connect with your core all the way down. And if you need to just plop down, that's okay too. So we find ourselves connecting with the earth. At this time, listen to what your body is needing at this time. So if you want to find some, draw the knees in the chest and do a little lower back massage, you can do that. If you'd like to extend your legs over your head and just let the release happen on the lower body, maybe making some circles on the ceiling. If you need some more twists, you can do that. So take this time to decide what you need to finish out your yoga practice for your final postures. Understand that this is your yoga practice, and listening to your body and being its teacher is the best. Your body is your teacher, and so listening to your body and deciding what it needs is the greatest gift you can give yourself and others around you, because you're sharing the energy with the people around you. So whatever your body's calling for, whether it's twist or extension, maybe you want a bridge pose. And whenever you're ready, and you've rounded the corners on your yoga practice, and you feel like you're ready for Shavasana, just go ahead and extend your legs long. If you want to use a bolster underneath your knees, or a folded blanket or a rolled blanket, you can do that. Palms should be up and open towards the sky. Shoulders should connect pretty effortlessly with the mat, so we find that same alignment with our shoulders, hips, and ankles. So stay in Shavasana. I'm going to elevate myself up, but go ahead and relax in Shavasana. Just taking a mental scan of your body, deciding what you've learned in this yoga practice. Staying fully present, but dedicated to the rhythm of your breath. We talked about yoga being the union between body, breath, and all of the energies around us. So honor that union by staying present, connecting with your breath. And continue to be fully mindful. Allow your facial features to continue to relax. Avoid the temptation to allow distracting thoughts or noises to enter your practice, and just stay fully aware and honoring this moment. Finding that space in between your breaths and your inhales and your exhales. Understand that you have the power to find your own peace by slowing down, by being present. And honoring others by gifting them this peace. Slowly, whenever you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, touching your thumb to each finger, one at a time, connecting with the energies of earth, air, fire, and water. Sa, ta, na, na. Stretching your arms long above your head, and your legs long in front of you. Stretching your energies from the fingertips to tips of toes. And whenever you're ready, gently draw your knees over or into your chest and give them a hug, rocking side to side or in a circle, massaging your lower back. And when you're ready, allow the knees to fall over to the right hand side and rest there for a moment in the fetal position. Our final resting posture is called Shavasana, or corpse pose, where we allow any unwanted thoughts, feelings or energies to die in this posture. In this fetal position, we are reborn, ready to lead a new life of mindfulness, awareness of our body, breath, and all of the beautiful energy around us. Whenever you're ready, bring only the good and positive energy with you. Slowly help yourself up to an easy seated position. With a nice long spine and hands at heart center, I invite you to join me as we seal this practice as we begin with the sound and vibration of Om. Inhaling to prepare. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May your mind be open. May your words be mindful. May your heart be open and abundant with love. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this yoga practice with me.